Hello, testing. Brothers and sisters in faith and in humanity, what's up? I used to say what's awesome, but the events in Palestine and Gaza aren't really allowing me to do this, to be honest, so yeah, it's what's going on, what's up. Peace be upon all those who genuinely seek peace and work for it. My name is MuslimGamerTV, and I start this stream like anything else I would start, in the name of God and with thanks to Him. Before I get into the subject of the stream, which should be obvious, of course, from the title, Path of Exile 2 playthrough, I just wanted to say that I haven't streamed. Just some introduction, I suppose, for those who are watching for the first time, and for anyone returning after a long time. I haven't streamed in ages. Like the last time I streamed some gameplay of World of Warcraft, and like the expansion, the Dragonflight expansion, that was like, I think, more than a year of its release, I think. So yeah, and a lot of things in the game and in World of Warcraft like really put me off. Like this walk, this basically, it's become not like really walk. It's like basically, I don't know, promoting sexual lifestyles, basically promoting new sexual alien, like, you know, unknown, like previously unknown sexual lifestyles, promoting them and normalizing them, making them the normal, like making, like, even though they are only practiced by maybe 5% of the population, sometimes a lot less in certain parts of the world, it's like normalizing, you know, those parts and making them the normal thing. That's what woke, the so-called woke culture is about. It started as a culture of like basically defending diversity and giving people their rights and so on, allegedly, like everyone, equal rights for everybody and so on, allegedly. But I don't think that's what the woke culture is about anymore. The woke culture is now, it is about normalizing and propagating and encouraging people to basically indulge in sexual lifestyles and sexual choices that were completely unknown to like 99% of humans for most of our history. So yeah, that's what's invading many games in today's world, and I think maybe, I don't know. Of course, I don't know what to expect about the details of Path of Exile 2, but I think Path of Exile 2 isn't exactly like a huge exception. I'll come to that later because I saw a few things here and there, but they're not directly related to walk. It's not about walk culture. It's generally about just promoting the Antichrist, and specifically, and that sort of general culture in the game. But I'll get to that when it shows up, because I saw a few things in the trailers and in the gameplay that showed that. But I'll get to it when it comes, once I start playing. But yeah, that's that part of what I saw in World of Warcraft Dragonflight really put me off. I just couldn't play for too long after that, to be honest. I just stopped playing. It became almost sickening, and just being bombarded everywhere, like in quests and even in the dailies, in the profession dailies in Dragonflight, in World of Warcraft Dragonflight. I just come across this gay couple and being reminded of them all the time, every single, because it's like a daily or like you know, the profession daily, basically, like you level up your professions in the game by talking to this couple, you know, male homosexual couple in the game, and it's a bit in your face too much. And there's no, I'm not talking about any hatred here or what have you. I'm just saying it's a little too much. It's just like heavy-handed, like, you know, it's in your face, like down my throat, in my face all the time. And as I said, it's just reminding. It's like it reminded me of real life. It didn't allow me to be immersed in the game. Why? Because it's not normal. The thing is, it's not normal to throw these things in a player's face. It reminds them that they're not. It basically makes them remember real life rather than forget real life, because we're playing to escape. And of course, someone might say, I'm doing something similar here, and I was gonna get to that. I'm a gamer. Most of the people who would ever watch this are also gamers. And like many gamers, I play games to escape real life. Escape these things that we don't like about real life. I practice escapism as much as many gamers do, but there are certain things where I have to draw the line. Like the events in Palestine and Gaza, I have to draw the line. I can't just, put my head in the sand and, keep pretending here and, start with my usual introduction, say, hey, what's awesome, everybody, hey, let's play. I can't. I just can't do that, And most practicing Muslims can't. We like practicing Muslims, we have too much of a conscience. We remember certain things, like we have to draw the line, as I said somewhere. We have to talk about certain things, and this so-called woke culture is one of them. As I said, the events, I have to remind you, of course, it's unrelated to games. I guess the events in Gaza and Palestine, but I just have to remind myself and you of these things, and we have to keep these people in our prayers, because the level of atrocity, the kinds of atrocities and war crimes that the Israeli government and army is committing in Gaza and Palestine is unprecedented in history, especially near modern history. And so we really do have to talk about these things and at least remind each other of them somehow, even if we're trying to practice some escapism. So I'm not gonna keep talking about this. Once I start playing, of course, I'll practice escapism as much as the next gamer does. And I'll try to forget about that. But as I said, I'm grabbing this opportunity that this is an introduction to share some of these thoughts about partially why I quit gaming and why I stopped streaming for so long after streaming maybe hundreds of hours. I think I've had points in the past where I've streamed hundreds of hours. So I was pretty much a hardcore gamer. I have probably hundreds of hours of streams of PvE Fortnite, not the battleground. I hate what's it called, battle royale. I really hate it. It's become such a cancer in games, in my opinion. Like battle royale, it really became a cancer. I just hate it because of how rampant it is, because of how it invaded a lot of games. Like even what's that game called? I forgot now, but it's Cyber. What was it called? Cyber something. But Far Cry, CryEngine. Yeah, it's the developers of CryEngine. They've made this game. It's a really good game. I can't remember the name now, but anyway, that game should have had PvE only modes. To be honest, you hunt these monsters and stuff, and then you try to extract, and people attack you. And other players can attack you, and you can play solo or I think in teams of 1 to 4 players. But that game became pretty much a battle royale game, kind of a mix of PvE and I just hated that. I wish it was, at least it had. I don't mean to basically not allow people who enjoy battle royale to play. They can play it, but I think the game should have had a PvE only mode, or a cooperative PvE mode where, and then it could be harder, like it can be made harder than the battle royale mode. So it's just a team, you can or basically you can play solo or with up to 3 other players, and you do the same thing. You're trying to hunt down these monsters in the map and then extract. It would have been really nice. I would have loved that game. It would have probably reminded me of Left 4 Dead, back in the days of these zombie hunters, because I like these games a lot. So anyway, battle royale. I just hate battle royale, honestly. But anyway, back to that point I was saying, I wasn't streaming the normal quote unquote Fortnite, the battle royale Fortnite. I was streaming the PvE Fortnite, where you actually also fight against hordes of zombies and stuff like that, and you try to build a defense and stuff like that. I really enjoyed those days. It was really fun, but I got burnt out, I suppose, after that. But anyway, the point is that I have hundreds of hours of streaming. But yeah, since the battle royale, it started by the battle royale fad invading gaming. That really annoyed me, and then the woke culture, basically, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back, as the saying goes. I just couldn't stand it anymore. The woke culture is also another cancer, and it's much worse than the battle royale cancer. It's a real cancer. It's just, it turned a lot of our games into, as I said, almost like propaganda machines for a minority, basically the sexual lifestyle, the alternative sexual lifestyle minority of our world. It's a minority, and but for some reason, it's got a lobby and it's very powerful, and it's powerful enough to determine the direction of whole companies in games. Like one of the most recent ones I was playing recently was Dragon Age Veilguard, and oh my god, that was, of course, I haven't played a lot. I just played a little bit, and I knew about the walk issues before I started playing, but that was just another level. Like there's this no more restrictions on relationships, like which characters you can have relationships with and not. And everyone is like a cute Disney World character. Like all characters have this. Oh my god! I mean, I'm not saying don't make games like that. It's nice to have variety. I'm not talking about the sexual parts, but generally the art style, the atmosphere. It's fine to have variety, okay? But Dragon Age, for the love of sanity. Dragon Age, guys, that was like, people who played Dragon Age 1 and even, 2, some people had issues with 2, but I personally like 2 and enjoy 2. I enjoy that kind of combat. I know a lot of RPG gamers are quite hardcore about the combat of Dragon Age 1, the very first Dragon Age. They really enjoy that combat, that sort of strategic, turn-based combat. They really like that, and I'm completely fine with this. But I enjoyed the combat of Dragon Age 2. I enjoy the combat of Dragon Age Veilguard to some extent, at least. I like that sort of combat. It's down, my alley, so to speak. I like it, but the art style, oh my god, they just murdered, they butchered the Dragon Age lore. BioWare butchered the Dragon Age lore. They destroyed everything about it with this art style and with these walk characters. That's like, I can't remember which. He's a pretty decent game reviewer. He said it's almost like the HR is in the room. Everybody's talking in Dragon Age Veilguard as if human resources are always in the room listening. It's like an office. It's a corporate office, and the characters are employees, and HR is always in the room, so they have to watch what they're saying, and every little word that comes out of their mouth has to be politically correct. And we can't offend anyone, especially people with alternative sexual lifestyles. And it's just insane. It is insane to do this to the Dragon Age world. The Dragon Age world is almost like the what's the word? It's almost like the what was that TV show? Game of Thrones. The Dragon Age world is almost like the Game of Thrones of gaming. That's how I see it. The Dragon Age world and its lore are really like the Game of Thrones of gaming. It's a brutal world. It's a world with serious problems. It's a world with religious complexities, and what was those, like the huge horned creatures? Anyway, I don't care about the names and specifics, but people who play the game, play those games, they know what I'm talking about. Those horned creatures, look how they depicted them, how they illustrated them and represented them in Veilguard. They're almost like cute. The character is like a cute little Disney World character, and they were supposed to be like gruff, rough, masculine, like at least the male ones that we've seen in the previous games, species. It's just insane, and they had beards and stuff like this. But yeah, as I said, it is the woke culture. It's like there are no genders anymore. There are no males and females. Everybody is a wishy-washy sort of mix of genders, and it's insane. So yeah. And as I said, it's in World of Warcraft now, very, very heavily, and Veilguard, and oh my God, I don't know what to expect from Mass Effect. I mean, Mass Effect was already kind of butchered in a way, and of course it was for financial reasons. They couldn't keep paying the guy who was doing the acting for Commander Shepard anymore. He rightfully, I suppose, needed or asked for a raise, and he didn't want to, give him that raise. So yeah, they had to, quote unquote, kill Shepard for purely financial reasons. And now I don't know what they're doing, what they're cooking. I don't know what BioWare is cooking up for the Mass Effect world and its lore under this woke, very heavy-handed woke culture. Invading our games everywhere. It's just, I swear, it's depressing. And I really hope, I'm saying all this partially because I pray to God that I won't come across similar things in Path of Exile 2, because otherwise I'm gonna really regret paying any money for this game. But yeah, what I've seen so far says there isn't like much wokeness there, I suppose. I really hope so, at least. But there are some other issues there that I'll come across, I'll talk about when I come across. And one of the reasons, one of the reasons I chose to pay money to this game and return to not just gaming but also streaming and start playing this game on stream is because I didn't see much wokeness in the, that's one of the reasons. I didn't see much wokeness in what I watched for the Path of Exile 2 promotional, videos and stuff like that. So, that was decent enough for me to decide to pay money to the game and start streaming and stuff. Another reason is because Path of Exile 2 is really well done. I mean, there's a lot of hype around the game, and I think it's well deserved. It's very well done. I loved a lot of the things. I loved the art style, the level of detail, and a lot of the good things that we've seen in the promotional videos for the game. Also the moving, also being able to move with the keyboard. Oh my God, I can't emphasize enough how amazing this addition is. Being able to move with the keyboard is really good, because I started actually getting like near RSI, repetitive strain injury, people who have wrist problems and finger problems from, especially gamers, like, or even people who use computers a lot and have issues with their joints, hand, finger joints or wrist joints or what have you. They know what I'm talking about. Like Diablo 4 can be real issue, like Blizzard's Diablo 4, with its like forcing you to click just to move, or move only by clicking. It's so annoying because you have to basically in order to dodge or move in a certain direction, you have to click there, and you also have to click to attack or to pick where you attack. So it becomes almost a nightmare to try to attack somewhere and attack in a certain direction, but move in a different direction to dodge. So being able to move with the keyboard, honestly, that was also one of my purchase decisions. Like one of the decisions I've used to pay money to this game and start playing it is that it allows me to move with the keyboard. So hopefully I won't have RSI problems with my mouse hand, which is my right hand. So yeah, These are a couple of things that have to do with Path of Exile, specific Path of Exile 2, and why I returned to gaming and streaming for now at least. But yeah, before I get into the game and the end of my introduction, my long introduction, I admit. Yeah, I just one last time I want to say, please remember the people of Palestine and Gaza in your prayers, and talk about what's happening there as I am. You don't have to say much. Again, I'm not saying much, just a few sentences during this introduction, because it really is an issue that that deserves our effort and deserves from us the step of drawing the line somewhere regarding our escapism. Like, we can put our head in the sand and try to pretend that everything is fine, or we can practice escapism, play games. It's fine, but there are certain things in life where we have to draw the line about ignoring them or just never talking about them because they're sensitive or whatever. No, this is where we should draw the line. It is sensitive. It is only partially political, but first and foremost, it's humanitarian. You don't have to be Muslim. You don't have to be Arab. You don't have to have any specific religion or nationality to take this seriously. To take the events in Gaza and Palestine seriously. You literally just have to be a human being. You literally have to be a decent human being, and not like what's his face? This racist guy. World of Warcraft, or ex-player of World of Warcraft. I forgot his name. Anyway, yeah, this guy who proved to be racist and Islamophobic too, but he's hiding the Islamophobia. Anyway, he's a celebrity, a very, very important celebrity in gaming and streaming generally, and it's after these events that he proved to be an Islamophobe and a racist. I was really annoyed that I ever watched this guy. But anyway, everyone will get what's due, and everyone will get what they deserve one day. But yeah, the amount, it's insane. It's really insane that there are people in this world who have so much hatred and Islamophobia and racism in their hearts that they can treat something like the events we're witnessing in Gaza today as something, that's something that tolerates different opinions and tolerates discussion and arguments. Because yeah, from my perspective, as I said, you don't need to have any specific nationality or religion. You just literally have to be a human being with a healthy heart and a healthy brain to basically support Gaza and remember its people in your prayers, and to refuse what most of the governments around the world are doing. And it's not just Gaza anymore. Like, you can see even in Western countries where a few years ago we couldn't imagine some of the things we're witnessing today in Western countries, like police forces hitting demonstrators. Peaceful, unarmed people, like literally peaceful, unarmed demonstrators. People just demonstrating in the street, just saying, expressing themselves in Western countries, and they're being beaten, literally beaten by police officers of those Western countries. the pillars of democracy in today's world, Western countries. And I'm half Western, and I live in a Western country. For the record. But yeah, we used to pretend that our countries are the pillars of democracy in the world, and look at us now. As I said, our police officers are hitting us, beating us with sticks in our streets, in public, in front of cameras, in front of everyone. That's what we've come to. So yeah, all these things, guys, we can't just put our heads in the sand and pretend that they aren't happening. We have to be aware that they're happening, and as I said, we have to draw the line somewhere, even as we are gamers and escapists and so on. practice our escapism, but we should draw the line about what we're silent about, what we talk and don't talk about, and so on. So yeah, please remember the people of Gaza. If you are a human being, at least, remember the people of Gaza in your prayers. And a shout out to the Irish, because for some reason Ireland, seems to be the only Western country that is quite I don't know what expressions or words to use, but it's like there is a concentration of human beings that are born in Ireland, like real human beings that are born in Ireland. It is the one Western country where I see a lot of people saying very, very decent things about the events that I'm talking about in Gaza and Palestine generally. The highest percentage of Westerners that are brave and say what needs to be said about these issues, they are born in Ireland for some reason. I really love that country, and I love its people for this phenomenon, for this mysterious phenomenon. I understand that the Irish were under oppression too, and they were occupied or invaded by the British Empire back in the day, and they're still paying for these years until now, the Irish people. But still, there are a lot of countries around the world were invaded and were occupied, including a few Western countries. So it still doesn't explain why it's especially Ireland, so the Irish have really decent things about their genes, I think. So yeah, I shout out to them. And that's that. I think I'm done talking about my return to streaming and gaming, about Palestine and Gaza, about the cancer of wokeism in games. And now I'll I'll conclude my introduction and start playing. So this stream is probably, it's definitely for mature audiences because of the game itself, because of the game and its art style and so on. If any of what's to come on this stream would not please God, it may partially be on me. Still, there are things I might not have been aware of and over which I have no control, what some game developers may include in their games, what other players say or do in multiplayer and cooperative games, and what the stream audience may say in chat. All of this is obviously out of my control. Unless the chat messages are too many within a few seconds, I eventually respond to almost all polite chat messages. Still, I'm sometimes distracted by the game itself, so I ask you to please be patient if I don't respond immediately. My usual disclaimer is that I am Muslim, but I do not represent Islam as a belief system or Muslims in general. I only represent myself. And unless clearly stated, or I'm talking about verifiable facts, historical or scientific, my opinions are my own, especially my mistakes. I currently do not constantly talk or provide commentary while streaming, so you may sometimes get hours of silent gaming from me, but occasionally on my streams, inspired by something that happens in-game or by your messages, I talk about various subjects like religion, science, health, and of course games, as you probably noticed from my long introduction. And I try to make my talks informative or at least beneficial somehow. If you choose to watch my streaming or archive the streams, I hope I've prepared you very clearly for what you may expect. If you like the sound of all this, I would appreciate a follow from you on Twitch and with the same name, MuslimGamerTV. I'm streaming this on YouTube. This is obvious, of course, if you're watching here, but in case I upload anything on Twitch. And I would appreciate a subscription to my YouTube channel here, where I permanently archive most of my streams. There is also a Patreon link in the About tab of my Twitch channel and a donations link if you would like to support the stream and see more. Of course, if streaming, if doing this somehow is supported, I can probably do more of it because at that point I would be able to afford to do more. But otherwise, yeah, I'll only stream when I feel like it and so on. I look forward to chatting with some of you sometime on stream. Thank you, and let's get to Path of Exile. Another little disclaimer related to Path of Exile 2. I haven't played Path of Exile. I can't say I played it, as in played it properly. So I only ever tried it maybe once or twice. I don't even remember what I don't remember anything. I literally, like, I know I tried it once or twice many years ago, Path of Exile 1, I mean, but I don't remember. Or, what did I try? What did I do? What class? I don't remember anything. So yeah, you can consider me a completely new player to the franchise, generally speaking. So I don't know what to expect other than the things I saw in the promotional videos. I don't know what to expect really in the game itself. So yeah, all I did was I went to the options and I changed some of the things, especially the yeah, whatever settings I like. I changed the input, some of the key bindings, but that's about it. Other than this, I don't know what to expect. Also, I wear glasses and I don't like headphones partially because of that. They kind of they like headphones bite into my glasses, or like they push my glasses. They are the arms, the little arms of my glasses. They push them against my head, and those arms end up biting my skin, so to speak. So yeah, it's just uncomfortable. So I play with speakers, which means that I have to put my microphone on mute 99% of my gaming sessions. So yeah, I'll probably put the microphone on mute unless I have something to say. If I'm talking to any of you, or I'm talking generally and you're watching and I forget my speakers on, please let me know. I'll be happy to mute the speakers while I'm talking, of course. But yeah, if I have them on, forgive me, I forgot. But other than this, I don't know what to expect. I'll probably try to be silent most of the time because of the speakers. I'll just play unless I really feel like saying something. I talked enough as it is anyway in this introduction. And I have the microphone very close to my mouth while doing this introduction, but I'll put it to the side while playing, so the level of the volume or the level of my voice might change after that. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I'll start playing now. Yeah, okay, since there's some authentication going on, I really I wanted to be by way of authentication, I wanted to be authentic, show you the first time experience. I don't know, as I said, I don't know what to expect and show you everything, so I didn't know I'm gonna have to go through this. So yeah, I'll just have to hide the game while I'm doing this. Okay, so be right back. Ah man, this is really annoying. It's just it said the website Path of Exiles 2 website says claims a verification email was sent to me, but I'm still waiting for it. And yes, of course, I checked the spam. It's not there. Ah man, this is just I don't know why do company. This is just it spoils, of course, the experience and just puts like a meaningless or like an waste of time on a stream. And it seemed like I saw a message that says Path of Exile 2 servers are on some sort of maintenance or something. So yeah, the what it says now, verification email sent. You have been sent an email to finish linking your account. In order to proceed, please follow the link in the email. And yes, as I said, no, I haven't been sent any emails. The company is called Grinding Gears, I think. Yeah, Grinding Gears. I haven't received any emails. And yes, I checked the spam folder, of course. Not like an internet newbie. Seriously, man? The hell is this? No, I mean, why do you need to send me an email to link my account? I already logged into my Path of Exile account on the website. And why not just allow me to link it for sanity's sake, man? Freaking hell. And there isn't even a link. They didn't even give me a link that says I haven't received the thing, please send it again. I haven't received an email, please send it. There's nothing like that. So yeah, it's just like really, really annoying. Anyway, I clicked the in-game link again. And they showed me the same, like now that I'm logged in, they showed me the same message again. You have been sent an email to finish linking your account. In order to proceed, please follow the link in the email. And no, there is no email like that. I haven't received any emails. Seriously, grinding gears? What the hell, man? Why can't I do this linking afterwards anyway? It's just... And I don't want to create a new account. I already made an account with my main email. It's just super annoying, man. I'm trying to do the linking directly to Steam. Maybe that will work. I don't know. And Steam did the same thing. Sent me some sort of verification code to my email, and it arrived instantly. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. It's just what a bull buster. I was actually excited to start playing the game and stuff. God. I mean, why not just... My God. Why not just do this beforehand, before the release? You know, this question is to grinding gears, grinding gear games. Why not just do this before the release day, so that, you know, people... I know I'm not a celebrity, but you know, I'm trying to stream the game in any case, and I'm trying to stream the game on the like the less popular platform, YouTube. Not, you know, not Twitch. So you never know who might come across the stream. Why not just do this before the release day? I don't understand. You know, someone bought the game, okay? They paid for the game, so on Steam. So why not? Why don't you get them to do this before the release date? You know, like, this is the sensible thing to do. Someone already paid for the game. You know that on the day of release there can be heavy demand on the servers and so on. So, you know, why not get done with the linking to the Steam account beforehand? You know, just put a note on Steam for anyone, for those who purchased the game. You know, tell them, and also allow them to do this. Like, give them the tools. Send them a note or something. Say that before playing, we will need to link your Steam account to a Path of Exile account. So it would be wise to do this before the day of release, so that everything is ready to start playing, you know, on the day of release. So yeah, why not do this before the day of release? You didn't, like, nobody showed me anything. Nobody showed me any notices. I didn't receive any messages saying that I should link this account to that account. And now I've paid for a game I can't play. It's like you're putting my access to the game I paid for hostage because of an email I'm not receiving from you. This is so annoying, man. I'm really annoyed now. Not just because of this embarrassing situation on stream, but also because I can't play a game I paid for. My God. So many good things, you know, so many good things done in the game, but just boils down to such things. And of course, I'm probably gonna be in the minority, and of course a lot of the sheep in this world are just excited about the game. They won't care about an issue like this. A lot of the sheep, they just defend the publishers and the gaming companies blindly. Whatever they do is fine. Oh, just don't be a crybaby and so on and so forth. You hear these things all the time. Fanboys are just... And of course, sometimes you can't even tell if they're fanboys or employees of these companies, like community managers masquerading and on anonymous accounts and stuff like that, and defending their employers and stuff because they're paid to do so. I mean, what do you call this? Someone paid for a game, and now they can't play the game. Their access to the game is being held hostage to some email that's not arriving. It's not like, you know, I broke the rules. It's not like someone broke the rules or they did something to prevent them from access to the... No. A legitimate user paid for the game, and they can't access the game they paid for on the day of release, when they should be able to access it. Not even because of server load or what have you. It's because of an email that's not arriving. God damn it, man. It's like the whole gaming scene is messed up. If it's not the woke culture cancer, it's the dodgy the other dodgy agendas, and if it's not the dodgy agendas, it's the lack of care, lack of respect for the gamers' times, and lack of care about gamers. It's the greed and the microtransactions, and the predatory store models, the predatory, business models. And if it's not all of this, it's freaking technical issues and emails not arriving, and gamers unable to access the games they paid for because of BS, basically. I sent support an email, but it's the middle of the night. Probably not gonna get a response in days. Also, it's the day of release, so they're probably receiving thousands of emails due to problems like this. Probably not gonna get a response in several days, if I get a response at all. My God. Why not just make the linking experience more user-friendly? Grinding gear games. You've done a lot of nice things, good things about the game design and the game itself. Why not just do something? This is very important. It's not something minor. It's the access to the game. You're preventing and why not just allow me to play? That's also another question. Why not let me log into the game, like just get into the game as a guest account or whatever. Tell me. You can even put a warning. You say, you can start playing right away as a guest, but you won't be able to pick a username, or secure your progress until you've linked your account. That's it. It's fine. Fair enough. I'll just wait for the email. I can keep playing. I can even walk around the world with a username like guest2356. That's fine. I'm happy. That's fine. I can walk around the world for a while as guest2356. I don't mind. While I'm waiting for the email, or while I'm waiting for my issue to be resolved for a few days or a couple of weeks, I suppose. But at least I get access to the game. I paid for. My God. Anyway, guys, the water is boiling. I was making some coffee. The water is boiling. So, might as well go make some coffee. I was gonna say, I was gonna play for a while and then take a break, make coffee. But screw that. I suppose I just have to end the stream because there's no point in streaming anymore. What a joke, man. Yeah, just have to end the stream for now and until I receive this. To be honest, I don't think I'm receiving that email anytime soon. So. This experience is really leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I was very excited about, starting to play this. Now I'm just really disappointed. Look at this. Says here. Early access launches soon. What you need to know. Really? Seriously? Why didn't you allow me? I mean, if they let me download, if they let me preload the game and run it with this screen, like I don't need to play. You could at least let me preload the game. I'm talking about like days ago. I couldn't, by the way. I tried to preload the game. I tried to download the game like earlier, but it was only, I think, available like yesterday or something like that. And I couldn't run it, like even after preloading it. Like allow me to preload the game and also allow me to run it. And then I can see the screen. I can play around with the options. I can prepare the options and stuff like that days before the release. And I can see this. And then you can also let me log in. And then I don't play. You don't allow me to play. Just allow me to log in. Go ahead, log in with Steam. Go ahead with the linking and all these things. Just let me prepare. All of these things you didn't do. Like all of these things. Grinding gear games didn't do. You should have allowed us to download the game days before release and allowed us to run it and come to the screen and log in and link and do all of these things before the release day. And then in the release day, the game basically is released, like you can actually play the game proper. But here you can just get into these menus and that's it, and you can log in and that's it. You can't go beyond the menu, you can't play. That's, that would have been fine until the release day. So the playing would have been blocked until the release date. But just looking at that, you can look at the menus and link and so on. These things should have been done, to be honest. So yeah, anyway, I'm done complaining and freaking ranting, and I'll just stop the stream and see what to do until I receive this goddamn email.